24 to 11 SACA Silver PLC systems. Questions and answers. Guaranteed success. What is a fast way to check if the PLC is running properly? Answer. AOE, a solid green indicator light, shows the controller is functioning correctly. On an HMI panel, what does the operator use to monitor and control the process? Answer. AOE, interactive on-screen objects are used to track and adjust operations. Which tool is commonly used to set the IP address on an HMI panel? Answer. AOE, a USB connection is used for configuring the panel's IP settings. When the emergency stop, E-stop, is pressed in a master control relay setup, which components lose power? Answer. AOE, the output modules are energized for safety. In a time-based sequence, what signals the system to advance to the next step? Answer. AOE, done, bit from the timer instruction. Which instructions in a PLC program are responsible for making decisions? Based on data values? Answer. AOE, comparison instructions evaluate conditions and control logic flow. What configuration element identifies the exact hardware location of a PLC? Input terminal? Answer. AOE, an absolute address specifies the physical input location. 1/2. If using a syncing active high 24 VDC input module, what voltage level turns? The input T on? Answer. AOE, applying plus 24V activates the input. When a PLC and a PC are connected with one Ethernet cable, what indicates? A direct network link? Answer. AOE, their IP addresses are on the same subnet but are not identical. What term is used to describe these functions in PLC programming? Adding and removing instructions, changing logic of change addresses? Answers. Heavy checkmark project. Or software programs called that allow a device to connect a network and communicate with other devices? Answers. Heavy checkmark drivers. What step do PLC scan cycles perform after checking the status of inputs and solving program logic? Answers. Heavy checkmark turn on output. What network's configuration settings must be configured correctly to enable communication between PLC and PC? Answers. Heavy checkmark point to point. What is the next step to enter ladder logic after the program's editor has been opened and an empty rung is in its place? Answers. Heavy checkmark add instructions. Which type of instruction operates just like an output, except that it does not directly control a PLC output? Answers. Heavy checkmark output instructions with relative address powered by TCPDF, www.tcpdf.org. 2/2.